Hey folks, I had this actually recorded with a couple of students on here, but when I went to view the recording, the screen was black. So I'm hoping this is going to be a better option. So I still wanted to record something to send out to you, those of you that couldn't make the session tonight. And so here goes. So again, like I explained to them, this is Business 4089. This is our BBU Practicum program. And there's three terms, term A, B, and C, within the practicum program. And so each term has its own individual assignments. Okay, so term A has assignments, term B has assignments, and term C has assignments. With housed within the entire 24 weeks that you're going to take this class, there's also a 60-hour experiential learning program. And so you're going to need to do one of four things. And so I'll talk about that here in a second. But when all else fails and you're not sure what to do, you can do one of two things. You can email me and I can help you out, or you can just go into the class introduction video and it clearly outlines everything that needs to be done. So what I'm going to start with is I'm actually going to start with the actual practicum, the 60 hours that you need to do. And so with the 60 hours that you need to do, there's four options for you. So we used to call this an internship class, but what we realized is we can't ask working adults to quit their job and then go do an internship. Just doesn't make sense. So we turned it into a practicum with four options. And here are the four options. So anytime between term A, the beginning of term A, and the ending of term C, you can do those 60 hours. You can do them either in one term or you can break it up into all three terms. So here are the three options. One, you can do an internship. If you're currently not working and you're looking to do an internship, you can absolutely do that. I would, as much as possible, do something in semester as opposed to over summer. And then I would want you to do something that's within the discipline you're looking to go into. So you can just do a regular 60-hour internship. Option two is you can actually do a service learning project. So you can go out and volunteer with an organization. In business, we really do believe in philanthropy and giving back to the community. So we want to give you an opportunity for that. So if you're currently working and you'd prefer to do something along the lines of helping out with your church, working within a homeless shelter or a food bank or something like that, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Okay. Path three is you're currently working, and so you can't quit your job to do an internship. You don't want to do a service learning project, but you're looking to expand your opportunities within your current role. You'd want to do a 60-hour special project within your current company. So if you're working in HR, maybe you take on a policy project. If you're working in retail, maybe you take on a marketing project within your store. So what we want you to do is utilize the opportunity that you have currently with your company to do a special project, okay? The last option for your 60-hour practicum is if you were thinking about starting your own company, you can do an entrepreneurial path, which means you're basically going to write a business plan, a really simplified business plan. You can look up how to do that online. So you're going to create a business plan, and I want you to create a marketing opportunity or a marketing philosophy, business. How am I going to make my business grow? How am I going to get it started? Or if you currently have your own business, how am I going to make my current company, my business grow? And so you're going to do that. So all four of these options are viable. You can do them. All you're going to do is you're going to submit to me a practicum proposal before you start this. And you're just going to say, Nick, here's what I want to do. Here's why I want to do it. And then I'll approve it. The other thing you need to submit before starting the practicum is you need to submit these signature forms here. Okay. So before starting your 60 hours, which you can do in any term, before starting your 60 hours, you need to get it approved through me, through the practicum proposal. And then you need to fill out these signature forms. Okay. Now, once you've finished your 60 hours, you are then going to write a practicum final report, just describing what the experience was like. What did you learn? Was it enlightening? Was it not? Is this still something you want to do? And so you're going to write your final practicum report. Here are the directions for it. Here's where you submit it. There's examples of how to write it. Go back, sorry. There's an article that you want to tie back to this paper. And so it's called the Fresh Faces article. You're going to read that. Needs to be an APA, needs to be 2 or 3 pages using APA. And you're just going to basically describe your experience doing your practicum. And that's it. And then you're going to submit that after you finish the 60 hours. Okay, let's move on to term 1. So within term 1 or term A, there are 3 assignments that you need to get done. You are going to read the book Pivot by Jenny Blake. And it's an amazing book. It just basically outlines, it's a toolkit for shifting your career or just shifting your life. It's going to help you come up with ideas on how to shift, the tools that you need to shift, your strengths, how you develop a network to shift. And so what you're going to do is you're going to read the book, or you can listen to the book. The audio book is really good. You're going to listen to it or read it, and then you're going to respond to these 11 prompts. Now, what I don't want you to do is just answer these 11 questions. I want you to write me a paper, okay? I want you to write me a concise, clearly written, business-type paper outlining what you got out of this book through these 11 prompts, okay? So I've given you the prompts. Just make it a cohesive 2 to 3 page paper. 12-point font, doesn't need to be APA, but that's what you're going to do, okay? And when you start to read the book, you'll see how these prompts outline with what the book is trying to get you to think about. So that's the first assignment that you need to get done in term A. The second assignment you need to get done in term A is you need to do a video cover letter. It's a 1-minute video describing who you are, what your strengths are, what you're wanting to do. It's basically a tell me about yourself in 1 minute on video. And here are all the outlines that you need to do, the format that you need to do, what the body looks like, how you deliver it. It needs to be professional, and then how you're going to submit it. There's all the instructions. There's actually, so here's where you submit it. Here's the instructions and examples of people who've done video cover letters. So you're going to do that. That's assignment number 2 in term A. The final assignment in term A is you're going to upload your current PDF resume, and I'm going to review it and give you feedback on it. So upload your resume. So in term A, there's 3 assignments. You're going to read Pivot by Jenny Blake. You're going to write a paper based on those 11 prompts. You're going to submit a video cover letter, and then you're going to submit your final resume. That's term A. That's all within 8 weeks. What you're going to notice about all of these assignments throughout the entire class, the 3 quads, there are no due dates. The due date is the work needs to be done by the last day of that term. So again, this term ends, I think, May the 5th. If you're in term A, you need to have all these 3 things done by May 5th. If you're term B, you need to have that assignment done by May 5th. If you're in term C, you need to have that assignment done by May 5th. So no due dates. I will send out weekly emails, typically on Friday, weekly messages on Friday saying, hey, don't forget your assignments are due. Make sure you're staying on top of that. So I will stay in communication with you on that. And if you have any questions about these assignments, just shoot me an email and we can set up a time to talk about it. Okay. Term A. Term B, a little bit easier. Term B, all I need you to do, there's one assignment. You're going to upload a letter of recommendation. You're going to get somebody to say something nice about you, and you're going to upload it onto a Word document, upload it into Canvas. And that's the only thing that's due. You've got 8 weeks to do that. Okay. This is a great term to do your 60 hours in. Okay. So think about that. The other thing that I will take, and actually the thing that I prefer most, is for you to get a LinkedIn recommendation. If you get a LinkedIn recommendation, copy and paste it into a Word document, upload it into right here, submit here, and then that's done. Okay. So Term B is super easy. You got one assignment. It shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes to get it done. And so that's an easy term. Term C, going to be a little bit more rigorous. There's a paper that you need to write here. It's an ethics-based paper. It's dealing with an ethical dilemma that you're going to have to analyze and comment on. And so it's all based on the ethics of management by Hosmer. Okay, let me open this up here. Why won't this open up? Oh, that's why. Okay, you're going to read here are the chapters. I'm sorry, those are not the chapters. Those are the videos you're going to watch. But here are the chapters at the bottom. They're called the Hosmer's chapters. You don't have to buy the book because you can't buy the book. It's out of print. But what the estate did, the estate for Hosmer gave me permission to actually copy the chapters. So here's the first chapter, right? And so you can just go through and read all the chapters online in PDF. Doesn't cost you a penny. There are the chapters. What you're going to do, you're going to read chapters 1 through 4. Then you're going to watch these 4 videos, okay? Based on what that paper should look like and based on your ethical duties and responsibilities and what ethical dilemmas look like. This is all done by Mike Weiss, one of our professors. So you're going to read the 4 chapters. You're going to watch the 4 videos. And then what you're going to do within the 4 chapters, I think it might be chapter 4 or chapter 1, there is a case study. And the case study is called the Sarah Goodwin, where is it here? Here it is, the Sarah Goodwin impure products case. Okay. And so this is case number 3. Actually, I think it's in chapter 3. So it's the Sarah Goodwin impure products case. You're going to read that case and the rest of the chapters, and then you're going to write a 4-page paper, APA format, analyzing this case. And here's what I'm looking for. Right? You're going to do, first of all, a title page, make sure it's all APA formatted. Then you're going to do the analysis. You're going to define the moral problem. What is Sarah Goodwin having an issue with? And it stands out pretty clearly when you read the case. You will go, oh, yeah, I see what's going on with her business right now. And so you're going to define the moral problem. What is she having to deal with? Second, you're going to look at it from an economic analysis. You're going to say to yourself, okay, who are the stakeholders involved with this case? People at her work, people in the community, people who own the stores, whatever those stakeholders are, how is this, or whoever those stakeholders are, how is this analysis that I'm doing, how are they going to be affected economically? So you're going to look at the economic analysis. Next, you're going to look at the legal analysis. Is what she's planning to do legal or not? So we've got, is it economically viable for the stakeholders? And it's not going to be economically viable for all the stakeholders, but is it economically viable? Is it legal? Is what she's doing legal? And then finally, you're going to look at, is it ethical? And how you're going to analyze the ethical piece of that is you're going to use the ethical tools, which are outlined in Hosmer's book. It is personal virtue. What do I believe? Utilitarianism, the greater good, universalism. Universalism is good for everybody? Is it good for everybody? Like what, and then distributive justice, is it equal? And then contributive liberty, and then eternal law. Okay. And so you're going to look at these 4 tools and you're going to say, based on my own personal virtue, I don't think she should do it. Based on utilitarianism, it is probably for the greater good that she does this. So you're going to look at the case, you're going to look at those tools, and you're going to analyze it. And you're going to clearly outline it with headers in each, for each example. So each part, economic analysis, you should have a header, analyze it. Legal analysis, is it legal? Header, analyze it. Ethical duty, header, analyze it. And then you're going to make a final recommendation. You're going to say, yeah, here's what I think Sarah should do. I think this is the right thing for her to do, or here's what I think she should do and why. and then you're going to have a reference page. And most of the references are going to obviously come out of Hosmer. And so it's a 4-page paper, you know, so they need to be, if this needs to be a college level, very thoughtful paper. And so that is your assignment for term C. And that's it. Okay. So for term A, you're going to do the 3 assignments: pivot paper, resume, video cover letter. For term B, you're going to have the letter of recommendation or the LinkedIn recommendation. And for term C, you're going to do the Hosmer ethics paper. And somewhere within those 3 terms, you're going to do your 60 hours of practicum, and then you're going to write your final practicum report. Along with that, there's a link here for you to submit to your supervisor to get feedback. And there's the survey link right there. Okay, so that's it. Again, if you have additional questions or concerns, please feel free to let me know. And then I also, if you didn't know, I'm your dedicated career coach. So if you want to, if you're looking at exploring new careers or exploring, new opportunities within your work, or you want to renegotiate your salary or anything like that, you want to connect on LinkedIn, let me know and we can set a time to meet. Perfect. Have a great week, and then I will talk to you all. I don't know about talk to you, but your first email will be coming from me this Friday. Have a great night. Bye.